All right, yeah, Lord Frieza. Sorry, there was a change in plans, so we had to put you back in the storyhouse room. But we got
Oh,
the here.
well, that's fine by me. That's no big deal at all. That's all right.
So today we're going to be having a Q&A session with Lord Frieza here from Dragon Ball. Who are Dragon Ball fans here? Yeah, there you go. So excellent. So he's here to answer any questions you may have that pertain to the series or about himself. Shoot.
Alright.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Hi, Frieza.
Well, hello there.
I just want to ask you, how excited are you for Dragon Ball?
How excited am I for Dragon Ball Super?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I don't want to post any spoilers in here for those of you that may not be caught up yet, but I'm rather excited for upcoming events.
Okay, does anybody not know that spoiler yet? Just, what he's referring to? 'Cause-
I'm not caught up, but I don't care. You guys
Oh.
can go.
yeah, I think we can talk about it.
All right. Yes. Oh my God. The Tournament of Power.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. What a switcheroo on that one. Do you know about that, or did they reach you yet, Lord Frieza?
Guess who's back? Back again. Frieza's back. Tell your friends. Yeah, I'm coming back. I'm very well aware. It's come through the grapevine in the Home for Infinite Losers. By the way, can we change the name Infinite Losers, because I win 99% of my battles. I think that's unfair. It's an unjust name. But other than that, I think it's very fun sounding. It's entertaining. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna whip a lot of butts. My golden form will be at peak potential. I've since mastered the stamina issue. I'm definitely looking forward to going and throwing the smackdown on anybody that steps. And if I get the chance to if I accidentally land a punch on Goku or Vegeta during the process of the battle, then it's gonna happen possibly.
And I wouldn't doubt that pretty much too. I actually was thinking that you might try to throw in a little slipperoo there and try to get like a free hit on those two.
Well, if I don't punch them in the face, I'm sure that Hit will. So, they're getting punched from somebody. It's going down. I'm going to throw down.
Since we're going into spoils here, I think everybody's also kind of interested in that little confrontation, and hopefully it might be a confrontation during the Power Up tournament. For us,
I have I've heard so much about Frost in the past couple of weeks here, and my thoughts on this are he couldn't control his power in his final form, whereas I could control my power in my final form. So if he turns golden, I foresee him having an issue with his stamina the way that I did at first. But he seems like the gung-ho rush into battle like I was. Unlike him, I've managed to learn from that mistake. So we'll see. If he squares up and steps up, I'm going to smack him right back down, because there's room for one tyrannical ruler on Dragon Ball, and it's always going to be Lord Frieza.
there you go, Lord Frieza, no doubt. I definitely have to respect that. Now, Lord Tyrant, are you right now, are you still in that cocoon, or are you free around doing stuff? Are you still in the cocoon?
Well, see, there's a little bit of a misunderstanding in the realm of Dragon Ball. Now, they say I'm still in that cocoon, but realistically, when I got here, I went up to Yema, I marched right up to him, and I said, King Yema, you will give me my ship in the Home for Infinite Losers, or I will blow this whole entire place up, and you can't do anything to stop me. So I got to keep my ship. Zarbon's down here hanging out with me. We've got air conditioning. I've got PlayStations, Xboxes. I'm in my ship right now, actually. It feels amazing right now. The girl in the purple, she looks mind-blown. She's just, oh my god, what? Yeah, you in the front. You're the only person in the room with purple. I know the color purple, all right?
Okay.
So, before we continue with this, I just want to say something here. My name is Mikhail Supreme. I'm from Emcon. Lord Frieza, thank you.
Hello.
I'm going to be offering these drawings of you.
I look amazing in that drawing. That's a very nice drawing.
Yes, it actually says King of Kings.
Exactly. Yep, Gilgamesh got nothing on me, man.
There you go. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be giving away this poster to the best question given, and Lord Frieza is going to go ahead and vote on what is the best question, and then that person will get to take this home.
Oh, gosh golly, Miss Molly, I'm going to have to start taking notes.
And I also have your gold form as well.
I look sexy. I look good.
Granted, I have Goku and Vegeta next to you, though.
Well, look, but look who's in the front, though. Front row, front center.
And these are all hand drawn by me, Mikhail Supreme, Night and Day Anime Studios. And again, I'll have you go ahead and give and offer these the two good questions.
The two best questions, hmm?
Two best questions.
All right, well, you know what? Like I said, I'm going to have to start taking notes about who's asking what questions, etc., etc.
All right. So, you guys go ahead, answer any question you may have. Maybe it could be something that's going on in, like I said, in Dragon Ball Z, Super, or something going on in his personal life. He says he's in hell with Zarbon. What is Zarbon doing with you right now?
Well, Zarbon's actually taking a nap. Vigorous training session earlier, preparing for the Tournament of Power. And, he's very tired. I mean, that little bracelet around his head, that kind of keeps him in check sometimes, keeps him from going into that monster form, you know what I'm saying? It just, we got to keep him under control sometimes. Plus, he's more handsome in his first form. Much more handsome.
So elegant, so stylish and so handsome. Why
Exactly,
not?
yes, very, very much so.
And what happened to Dodoria? Where's he?
No one cares. Listen, I've been saying this for a while. I want to spread this around more and more. He looks like a bottle of Pepto-Bismol incarnate into like a form of a person. And why would you have spikes? How could you? Okay, so imagine this. You know how many pillows that man must go through when you lay on a pillow with spikes? I mean, his Bed Bath & Beyond credit card has to always be through the roof, on a consistent basis as well.
So on that note, who wants to go for the first question for today?
All right, first question of the day. My man in the back. Stand up, sir. Tell me your name.
Matthew,
Matthew, it's nice to meet you. Ask your lordship any question you desire.
when you first fought Goku in Dragon Ball Z, were you lying about the 5-minute thing, or, like, what happened there?
Okay, so a lot of people ask me this question. I frequent it quite often. The explanation that I have is that my 5 minutes of, on my planet's time growing up is vastly longer than what's on planet Earth or on the Namekian planet, etc. R.I.P. both those planets. I blew them up twice. It's just that, my 5 minutes is longer than your 5 minutes, just to simply answer your question.
Who's next? Questions? Jay Scribble. Matter of fact, maybe you have a question.
I did that.
Yes, you have a question. Come on.
I did that.
Come on, Jay Scribbs, front and center, girl. Ask your lordship what you desire.
I really don't know.
Ask a question.
You've got to do. Hey, Jay Scribbs, front and center.
All right, who has a question?
No. She can't leave me hanging like that. That's not cool.
You're gonna ask a question. She's turning red.
Jay Scribbs, I would like to remind you that I could blow your planet up within seconds.
No, you cannot. You could not.
And she's pushing. Tell her, man. Let her know. Let her know.
You have a question? All right, then. Sit down.
No, I don't.
Sit down.
Oh, you disappoint,
All right.
Lord Frieza.
Right?
My name's Mia. Hi.
Mia, I like your outfit. It's so pretty.
Thank you.
Hey, I have a soft side. For an evil tyrannical ruler, no one ever gets to know me.
Actually, basically talking about outfit, let's say, how do you like your character design?
How do I like my character design? I'm beautiful. Did you see the pictures he drew of me? I look fantastic.
What about your gold?
But come on. What's the best color in the world? What do all women like? I do well with the ladies when I'm in my golden form.
There you go.
Which one's your favorite?
Oh, my favorite lady of all. Okay, I'm gonna have to go with the Supreme Kai of Time because she's just so adorable.
All right. Who's next? Who has a question? Come on. Raise your hands.
What's
There you
up,
go.
my brother?
Okay, real quick. You or Superman, who wins?
Oh,
Well, first and foremost, before we piss a bunch of fans off on my YouTube channel, because this is going up there tonight. What is your name?
Zach.
Zach, why are you trying to make my comments blow up into war, man?
Why not?
Okay, look, in all fairness, I'm not stupid like Goku and have to have an honest, fair fight. Listen, I will stab him with kryptonite in the throat.
Where are you gonna get the kryptonite from?
I'm a tyrannical ruler. Do you know how much zenny I have? I'll get someone else to get it for. Listen, if Batman can get the green arrow to get it, I'm sure I can get someone else to get it.
Really?
All right. Then you win.
There you go.
No, Superman wins.
No, screw Superman. You
I
still
want
must
to see
have a
this
Boy
happen in real
Scout.
life right now. Let's happen. It needs to happen. I need to see this happen.
Lord Frieza, question for you.
Yes,
Are you
sir.
going to try to find the new Namek? Are you going to go ahead and proceed to try and find the Dragon Balls again? To forget immortality?
Well, Okay, so what we going with here? Namek, Dragon Balls, or both?
Everything.
All right. Okay. Look, if I can break away once I'm brought back for 24 hours,
Yeah.
I'm absolutely going to look for Dragon Balls, without a doubt.
There you go.
I will then, afterwards, once I obtain the Dragon Balls, obtain immortality finally once and for all. And whenever I have immortality, the first thing I'm going to do is go back to Earth. I don't give a damn about any of those green men on planet Namek, just like none of them care about each other. And you know, the whole asexual producing thing, what the hell, man? I mean, okay, look, I can get behind it, whatever. I appreciate it. But who wants to literally throw up an egg to give offspring? That's gonna really hurt coming up.
That's pretty funny.
Well, thank you very much.
You might not know this, but or maybe Goku didn't tell you, but I think through the grapevine, the winners of the Tournament of Power get the Super Dragon Balls, which are like enormous, like planetary-sized Dragon Balls that can wish you anything you want. Did that entice your craviness for the balls even more?
Well, absolutely. Any time that someone, wiggles balls, Dragon Balls specifically, in front of my face, I get very excited. And, it's very helpful because it's a motivational thing. Now, at the end of the day, though, there's one issue. I know they're going to screw me over. I'm not going to get to make my wish because, you got the filthy monkey Goku over there promising everybody 10 million zenny or this magical wish, and no one's going to get what they want at the end of the day. Bulma's going to end up paying everybody off. I'm going to get sent back to hell. I'm going to kill somebody before I go. Someone's getting hit with a death beam. Someone's going down. It's not going to be a wasted trip. If the bald man gets in my way, death beam.
None.
I'll kill Krillin again. I don't care. That could be how Goku gets another form.
Speaking of Krillin, I heard he got a lot more stronger. He might be a little challenge, you think?
Are you kidding me right now?
I witnessed Krillin doing a Kamehameha power struggle with Goku in his base form. No, was that base? Oh no, Super Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan
Blue. Oh my God. I hope Goku was holding back, but he might be a challenge for you.
I think anyone with common sense would know that Goku was holding back.
Well, you still have to worry about his wife.
Hey, you listen. I'm gonna tell you right now why Chi-Chi is so mad all the time. A woman that fine has needs, and this man's out there punching another man in a time chamber for 3 years? Listen, if Lord Freezypop had a woman like that back in the ship, I wouldn't leave the ship. I'd make a brand new Ginyu Force and be like, get out there, do my bidding. I'm gonna stay here and we're gonna play Yahtzee. That's what we're calling it now.
Who else got questions? Yes.
Who do you want to kill the most?
Oh man, I think you know the answer to that, Mia.
Alright.
You know what? Why don't you tell me who I want to kill the most?
Probably Goku.
Exactly! And after him?
What about outside of Dragon Ball Z? Who would you like to kill?
Outside of Dragon Ball Z, who would I want to kill the most? Well, that's actually not a bad question. Who asked that? Was the front left girl, right? What is your name?
Lori.
Lori, that's a nice name. Okay, Lori, who would I like to kill? Let me put this in my notes here. Who would I like to kill outside Dragon Ball? Okay, let's see. Now, it's a really good question here. I think outside of the Dragon Ball fandom, if I had to choose, I would go into... I think I would cross over into... It's a very tough one, but I think I would go into the DC universe and I would kill Superman just to piss a bunch of people off.
That's exactly what I said.
You were on the money, man. You had it. You hit the nail on the head.
Actually, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people compare you to the Joker, but I said you were more like Lex Luthor. What's your opinion on it?
Well, if I had to say, I would put myself more towards the Joker because we have the carefree attitude. We don't really mind going in all out if things blow up in our face. We're kind of okay with it, but really it's more of a vindictive look at things, and you've got to be willing to risk it all and die in the line of fire just to prove a point. And the Joker and I share that. Plus our voices kind of sound a little similar.
Yes, go ahead. Stand up and ask your question.
Hi.
Hello.
If you If you had to pick like a partner, who would you pick? And it can be across the board.
If I had to pick a partner and it can be across the board.
hmm
Okay, a partner from any anime.
Like not a sidekick, but someone at your power level to pair up with in battle.
Someone in my power level to pair up with in battle. You know, if I had to pick a partner, I think I would pick Hit. From Dragon Ball. The man's been around for 1,000 years, he's a very experienced warrior, and he also has a power level that's definitely around mine, possibly higher, so... And I don't admit that lightly, you know? But, you know, he chose to improve, and he improved so quickly, and whenever I chose to improve, I improved in 4 months, so... It just shows that... It shows how pathetic Goku and Vegeta really are at the core. I mean, 10 years of their lives spent training to obtain God Ki, and Hit and I were just like, I want to get stronger. Done.
I actually have another suggestion, but outside Dragon Ball as a partner, but I might be off on this one. Michael, the main antagonist in Bleach at the end. What's his name again?
Aizen.
Aizen.
Yes.
How would you feel if you were partnering up with Aizen?
Well, you know, I would not be opposed to partnering up with Aizen. That man planned about 20 years into the future to have Ichigo be part of his master plan. That's a genius right there.
That's right.
I mean, when you plan, well, not 20 years, maybe 16 or 17. Ichigo is a teenager. You know how Japanese anime is. It's like, holy crap, I'm 16, gotta save the world. So, you know, that's a thing too.
And he has like 10,000 more forms than you.
Yeah, he was pretty, that man grabbed the Hogyoku and was like, I'm taking over the Soul Society, scrub lords, and then some stuff went down. You know, that was a hell of a battle, right? I think my favorite part of that fight, not to stray too far off topic, was whenever Ichigo said it wasn't your sword destroying the mountains, it was mine, and then you seen Aizen's WTF face, he was just, oh.
Anyone else? Yes, please.
Hi, Lord Frieza.
Hello.
So, speaking of your power level and how you got so strong,
yes.
What did you do to get so strong in such a short time? And do you think, even with Golden Frieza, you could have actually beaten Goku?
Well, actually, yes. I could have definitely defeated Goku and Vegeta. My power level was actually much stronger than the Super Saiyan Blue God Ki. The only issue was I didn't have the stamina to maintain the form long enough. So, you know, if I wouldn't have rushed into battle right after I achieved the form, had I've, you know, mastered it a little bit more, I think it definitely would have went more in my favor. But what I did to achieve my shiny new Pokemon form during that session was, I went ahead and I drank a lot of milk, vitamins, slept, I meditated, I did a lot of push-ups and sit-ups. I did the One Punch Man workout, actually. 100 sit-ups, push-ups, crunches, etc., etc. I ran around my ship really fast, and, I ate a lot of protein balls, a lot of fiber, my poops were real healthy. Afterwards, I napped a lot. You know, once I achieved the golden form, I actually had a couple weeks left to chill. No pun intended there. I should have definitely went ahead and did more working out, but instead I just kicked my feet up and napped like a cat. Zarbon brought me grapes and wine. It was a great time. Supreme Kai Time came by the ship. All fun, all good times. I wanted to invite Chi-Chi, but I didn't. I regret that. I should have invited Chi-Chi.
You should have.
I could have gave her the vitamin T. She would have been very happy at the end of the day.
It's true.
Thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure, good sir.
Just an update from last time you were here. Last year you were here. I asked a question, or someone else probably did. Any update on your relationship with, you know, little family therapy with your brother, Cooler? Anything update on that?
My brother Cooler, well, see, the problem with Cooler and I is we never really seen eye to eye. He always wants to run an empire, and I'm already running multiple empires. He always felt he had something to prove because Daddy preferred me. Well, you know, he didn't push, he stopped pushing, he didn't want as many empires as I did, so Daddy took notice to me, and I took the throne. It's more of a jealousy factor with him. He's mad that he's never achieved what I've achieved, you know. I went gold, he went metallics, you know. He went metallic first, but I just one-upped him just to show him pecking order, you know. And nothing's really changed between us. We both share a hatred for the monkeys, but other than that, I mean, Christmas and Thanksgiving are rather awkward at the table, yes.
I bet.
Yeah, I would imagine that.
A part 2 question. So, if you mentioned Cooler with his new form with the Yeti Star, you versus in your gold form versus the Yeti Star. who do you think will win? I mean, he has a lot of forms which he can like multiply himself. So I'm curious on that battle. Who do you think will turn out that win?
Well, I think hands down, I would easily take that W and hand that boy an L and send him packing. The issue with his Getty Star form is, yes, he can create multiple forms of himself, and he doesn't really have any power loss, to my knowledge at least. But at the end of the day, one supernova can just blow up the whole star and the problem solved. And I can breathe in space, so what's he gonna do? When Frieza comes knocking, it's gonna be Death Ball, KOK, bye! And then he KOK dies, it's game over.
Anyone who got questions? I don't want to hog up the stage. Yo, you finally got a question?
Oh, J Script, what's good, girl? What you got for me?
Okay, so what's the deal with you and Lord Beerus? Why did he allow you to destroy Planet Vegeta? Why would a god allow a tyrant to destroy?
Well, think about this, J Scripts. I want you to ask yourself one question. What is Beerus a god of?
Destruction. He
Exactly. And he might have been tired. He's a cat. Cats nap. One day, pretty much what I think it was is I think he thought it was below him to kill the planet of monkeys, so he thought he'd make me do it, and I was just, damn it, he could kill me, I gotta do it. So, you know.
So he like threatened you, he says you better do this or this happens?
At the time, he was vastly stronger than me, and at this point, he still is stronger than me, so it's like, when he says, I gotta do it, I mean, how many times have you heard me call, I was, Lord Beerus, you're here, you know. I don't call people lordship that much, and, yes, he's vastly stronger than all of us, so we kind of have to do what he says or we die.
Thank you, Lord.
You are welcome, J Scripts. And thank you for finally asking a question to me as well. I appreciate that.
You just needed to give me a chance. Think about it.
You did it. Exactly. Yeah. And knowledge is power.
Anyone else?
I got something.
Yes,
Question
go ahead.
to know, like, it's just really curious about how Lord Beerus became a god since he had a teacher back then, which is Whis.
Why did Lord Beerus become a god of destruction whenever he had a teacher named Whis?
Yeah.
Well, I can't really speak for Fancy Feast. I call him Fancy Feast because he's a cat and he eats cat food. I can't really speak for him specifically, but I imagine Whis probably walked up to him and was just like, Lord Beerus, all you have to do is lay there and eat cat food all day and destroy planets and then nap. And I was just, okay, well, you know, if that's what he wants to do, I like money, women, Zarbon, and power, so I'm gonna just go and blow up planets. And he kind of took the back end and laid on whatever those, you know, why does he sleep in those little things that he can roll off of and possibly just fall and die? Who does that? Okay, who here has actually seen Dragon Ball Super when Lord Beerus is sleeping on those little pillars that are just all up in the air? He can just roll off and die. Has anybody ever rolled out of bed by accident in their life?
I had one.
Everybody has. You roll out, you're like, it's like a foot drop, bonk, you're good, right? Try falling 100 feet and snapping your neck. I mean, look, Whis can rewind time, cool, but what if Whis is in the bathroom? Then Whis gotta go and find a new god of destruction, if he can't find the Dragon Balls, that is. See, it's just a really big risk.
Why don't you just push him off, and then you become the god of destruction?
There you go.
Alright, that's actually a really fun point, but I want you to think about one thing. Have you seen how big his ears are? He's gonna hear me coming, and then it's gonna be his big death ball of destruction that he's got, his fear of destruction, and then I'm dead.
Fair enough.
Very true. Anyone else? Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Lord Frieza.
Hello there, what is your name?
Dawn.
Dawn. Oh, it's nice to meet you, Dawn.
You too. Who's crazier, you or Joker?
Oh,
Crazier, me or Joker? You know, I'm gonna have to give it to the Joker. I mean, I definitely have quite a tad bit of crazy to my personality. But the Joker, though, I mean, that man's literally got nothing to lose. He purposely tries to die. I don't at least go throw myself into something to die. He's just, well, I'm gonna kill somebody. I'll go with him. I'm like, yeah, that's my last resort thing. That's his opening act.
That's a good one. I like that. Anyone else? Questions? Yes, go ahead.
Alright, I got a random question. It's kind of stupid, probably. Do you have any plans for any little Frieza children in the future?
Do I have
And with
plans?
who? And with who? Do
I have plans for little Freezypops? Okay, well, look, it's no, if you're subscribed to me on YouTube, subscribe to me on YouTube, by the way. If you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, you won't know this. But if you are, you might know this. Now, I've played the Xenoverse games. I've taken quite a liking to the Supreme Kai of Time. She's adorable. I think I'd have some Freezypops with her because one, she's 75 million years old and she has aged marvelously. I would definitely want those genetics in the gene pool. And she's just cute and adorable, and she's hot. She's hot. A lot of people are thinking, like, why didn't you go with Bulma 18-1? Bulma, I mean, she got an attitude problem, man, alright? 18, she'd be a fun night with. But I wouldn't want to lock that down, because she's money hungry. She's a gold digger. She's always telling Krillin to go fight in tournaments for money. Plus, I'm fairly certain she would hit me if I made her mad.
What about outside your universe?
Outside my universe, Ria's Gremory, all day, every day.
Anyone else? Question?
Okay, another one.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, another one. How can you compare Batman and Frieza together?
Well, that question right there is some pretty off-the-wall-ish. Comparing me to Batman.
I'm talking about Vegeta. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, Vegeta.
Oh, well, comparing me to Vegeta.
No, Vegeta and Batman. That's it.
Oh, Vegeta and Batman.
Clarify your question a little bit more. What do you mean for like Vegeta and Batman?
Like the attitudes.
Oh,
the attitudes?
Yeah.
Well, Batman actually has a brain that's intelligent. Also, his widow's peak doesn't look like the McDonald's logo. I really don't think there's much comparison between the two of them. I mean, Batman, I gotta give credit to. He's a smart guy. He thinks things out. He thinks things through. Whereas Vegeta's just, I'm gonna try to punch my way through it. Oh no! Goku has surpassed me again. Will my boyfriend come save me, please? And then, hello, BFF. And, they're just, it's the truth, really, at the end of the day. I mean, that man's pride is lower than America's money count right now. Like, seriously. It's pretty bad. It's honestly, it's embarrassing. I'd be embarrassed if I was him. I would quit the game. I would have offed myself a long time ago.
Yeah.
Any other questions for Lord Frieza?
I got one more.
Oh, hold on. I want the girl in the purple shirt. She's been so quiet for a while. Hello, stand up.
I apologize.
It's okay. Well, it's a jacket, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, my name is Tara.
Tara, nice to meet you, Tara. I like your purple jacket. For obvious reasons. It's not like I'm purple a lot, too, so.
So, out of all the Dragon Ball villains, who would you mostly get along with?
Out of all the villains, who do I get along with the most? Probably Cell. We have met in Hell. We have teamed up against Goku in the past before. And, I'll say this, I appreciate Cell because Cell appreciates me. He has my cells inside of him. He knows that I'm a comparable fighter, a very powerful warrior. He takes my advice to heart. He listens to what I have to say, and vice versa. And if we both had a chance to resurrect again, I would teach him how to go golden, and we would go and kill the monkeys together. But I think the reason why I like Cell the most out of all the other villains in Dragon Ball is because he's not stupid. He actually plans things out, gets the job done. I mean, he's the only villain to date that has truly handed Goku an L. I mean, he sent that boy packing back to shop. He was just, get out of my house. And if I went outside the Dragon Ball universe, I would probably have to go with, as tough as that question really is, I think I would have to go with Gilgamesh from Fate Stay Night, because that man just bullies people.
Yeah.
He's a bully guy.
I have a good question for you, Frieza.
Yes?
Who will be your special DBZ and Super villain pick for their own Suicide Squad?
Damn.
Okay, my own Suicide Squad for DBZ characters.
That's correct.
Well, I think we're gonna have one hot blonde chick in there, so Launch is in. And, you know what? I could pick Android 18, but she's just,
Why not?
I could pick Android 18, but you know what? I'm gonna have to go with Android 18, actually. Scratch the Launch. She could be backup for 18 if 18's not around. We're gonna go with Android 18 for the sexy blonde-haired girl. Let's see, for my... Well, there's really no black guys in Dragon Ball. Well, there was a couple in actual Dragon Ball, but not in Z or Super. Not yet, at least. So I can't bring Will Smith into the mix as much as I want to. Right now, somewhere Will Smith is just, oh hell no! But I can't. I'm trying to think though. Okay, so we got Android 18. We're gonna have Cell and I. Oh, that's obvious, right?
Right.
So Android 18, Cell, Lord Frieza. We gotta have a wicked crazy guy that makes absolutely no sense when he's there. So we're gonna go with Kid Buu. And on top of that though, we gotta at least have one or two more in there. What do you guys think? Why don't we get some shout-outs here? What are the other two that you guys would want?
I forgot the words or names. Like, it starts
Oh,
with-
you mean Bobbity?
Yeah.
Well, I can see him more like in the background, like he's like, being like support.
Yeah, Bobby's the guy kind of pulling the strings.
Right. He probably give everybody margin powers. Everybody will have like the margin symbol on their foreheads and give them that extra boost for power. But that's a good pick. Brawly.
Yes. We could get Broly in there as well. Definitely we gotta have a big muscle guy. There's our muscle guy.
There you
He's
go.
the croc of the group.
Exactly.
Oh, what about who's that character from Dragon Ball, the Rabbit King? Is that the Rabbit King? He turns people into carrots?
Oh, that guy. Well, if we're gonna pull from Dragon Ball, if we're going to pull from Dragon Ball, Mercenary Tao would be a pretty good pick.
See?
I just said that.
Hey, Jay Scribbs, you're thinking outside the box. I like it.
Yeah.
Can I ask one question? I want to ask a question to Jay Scribbs, though. I'd like to ask one question to you, Jay Scribbs. How does one acquire the nickname Jay Scribbs?
Jay Scribble.
Yeah, how do you do...
My full name is Jennifer, and I'm an artist.
Oh, for a second I thought you were spinning them discs like a DJ.
No, not at all.
Oh, you do art? Do you do digital artwork?
I do. It's basically the same thing as Mikhail Supreme. I'm an artist as well.
Oh, so do you guys do digital work, you guys, or just on paper?
Paper and then Photoshop.
In Photoshop. So what do you scan it in and then do all the coloring in there?
That's correct.
Right. Yes, I might have to commission you guys for some work in the future.
Well, there you go.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm always looking for title card art and stuff for my YouTube channel. Subscribe to me on YouTube, by the way. And I'm always looking for stuff like that.
Alrighty.
Alright.
I think we're done with the Suicide Squad. Anyone have any more suggestions on villains for Suicide Squad?
No.
What about Android 13?
Yeah.
I mean, we could get a big trucker hat guy in there. That would work out.
He could be a Boomerang, Captain Boomerang.
All right, so right now we've got me, Cell, Android 18. We've got Kid Buu, Broly, and Android 13, and Mercenary Tao.
There you go.
If we send that squad, Goku and Vegeta are definitely gonna die.
There you go.
Damn.
And then Bobbity in the background giving everybody a good margin boost with his powers.
Exactly. We'll convince Goku and Vegeta to punch each other again and steal their energy. And literally all we have to do that is just send one letter or like one person. We'll get like King Kai to go to Vegeta and be like, "Hey, Vegeta, I was talking to Goku the other day and he said that you were incredibly weak and he's way stronger than you are. And he totally could kick your butt. And you can do nothing about it." And then, Vegeta's gonna fly over there like right away. "What did you say about me, Kakarot?" And then they're gonna punch each other a whole lot.
That was pretty good.
That was a very good
That fight's gonna be like 50 episodes long.
Yes, it will be about 50 episodes long or 3 episodes long if we go by Dragon Ball Super's time.
That will actually make a good Dragon Ball spin-off, Dragon Ball Suicide Squad.
Dragon Ball Suicide Squad. You know what? Someone needs to get an animator working on that right now. I'll gladly voice for it.
There you go.
Oh, contact Mastar. He'll probably do it.
I know Mastar personally. He might actually. He's actually very busy with Anime Wars right now, so it's pretty backed up.
Kicking butt right there. It's very good stuff. I'm enjoying it. Very, very clean animation, and I'm very surprised how well he's doing it in such a short time too.
He literally animates for about 16 hours a day, so.
He must love what he does.
Yeah, he definitely does not play around. That man goes hard for his city.
Any other questions? Anyone, please. Anyone who did not ask a question.
Oh, that's right. You did want to ask another question. Go ahead.
Who do you think is more devious, you or Donald Trump?
Oh, gosh. Oh man, who's more devious, me or the Trumpmeister? Well,
Or you could just blow him up instead.
you know, I mean, honestly, between Trump and I guess he's a little more forward with how he does things. I'm a little more behind the scenes, and then I step in. I try to send my men to do it for me, whereas Trump just kind of tweets about it, and then it happens. I think on the front line, Trump might actually be a little bit more serious than I am, and a little bit more mischievous too. I'm gonna have to go with Trump. I'm gonna give it to him. The man's got a set of kahunas on him.
All right.
You and Trump might be good friends. I mean, you got the gold for him, and he has a gold toilet, so you guys should make
Exactly, and we both want to blow everyone else up, so it kind of works.
Oh my God. Any other questions, please? Don't be shy. Come on.
You know who we have not got questions from? After this gentleman asks his question right there, there's a gentleman in the back with the red shirt sitting down, there's a woman up against the wall on the right, and there's a girl in a little black dress next to her.
There you go.
And also the man with the mask in the back with the V for Vendetta mask. Did we get a question from V for Vendetta man?
Vendetta mask.
Oh, Vendetta mask. What question do I have?
While you think about that, the gentleman in the back of the room that's ready, what do you got for me, bud?
Yes.
I asked you one actually earlier, you just didn't see me, but I got a good one for you.
Well, this gentleman here is first, though. They don't go. I'm so sorry to cut you off. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Oh, I was curious on your thoughts of your Universe 6 counterpart. I think his name was Frost.
Yes,
my thoughts on Frost. Well, we actually fielded this question a little earlier, but there's a lot to say about it. My thoughts on Frost. One, Scrublord completely. Second, you know, the one thing that I don't like about Frost is that he does rely on that little poison dart to get the job done. You know, I'm not gonna lie. He's very, very, very dedicated to his cause. He doesn't really care, and he does poison you to get the job done. For a villain, that's very villainous. I'm not gonna lie. I can't argue with the fact that's how an evil guy would really do it. But there's something about just squaring up, man. You gotta square up sometimes and, you know, just throw down, and I prefer to do it that route. I'd rather go blow for blow with Goku than poison him and then get an easy win, you know?
You do well with that, too.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and train for 4 months just to go in and poison a guy.
You shot him.
That was my contingency plan. When it didn't work out with the 4 months of training, and my form faltered on me because there wasn't enough stamina, I looked over and that man took a shot to the chest and KOK bye. Alright, so, gentleman to the left of the guy who just asked the question. Your question was?
Yeah, I was going to say, since Goku's going to do you a solid in a couple of weeks, is there any possibility you would ever become friends with him? What conditions?
Oh, wow.
Okay, I've been getting this question a lot lately because I've noticed something in Dragon Ball, as have a lot of the DB tubers as well on the internet. I was talking to Mastar Media and Unreal Entertainment Gaming the other day in a Skype call that we did on Mastar's channel for a, we were basically doing a podcast about the upcoming episode Super 93 where I return and what's going on with the Tournament of Power, and we discussed it, and we were all saying, they were saying actually, how every single villain in Dragon Ball has been redeemed for the most part. Not all of them, but a lot of the big ones. Piccolo's been redeemed and became a good guy. Vegeta's been redeemed and became a good guy. You know, will they do the same with Frieza? And, Boo's been redeemed and became a good guy. He got reincarnated as Oob, plus Fat Boo became a good guy. So will Frieza be next? And honestly, for the sake of my character's development, I hope I don't become good. But even if I do become buddies with them, you better damn well believe it's only for appearances, because I'm always going to hate those mofos. I mean, hey, if they're just like, hey, Frieza, if you're a good guy again, we'll let you come back to life. I'm flying to the farthest other side of the universe, and I'm going to conquer that area. And then years down the line, when they forgot about me, and I've achieved my golden, super, platinum, diamond Pokemon form, it's going down!
All right, anyone?
Well, the V for Vendetta guy, did you come up with a question yet?
I have one for you.
All right, go ahead.
Now, you said you perfected your stamina, correct?
Yes, I did. I perfected the stamina issue, yes.
Okay. Do you still have a plan just in case?
Well, right. See, all of the men that I had kind of died in that battle. So I'm kind of on the rebuild right now. See, what I've actually been doing is I've been obtaining more subscribers on YouTube, and that's my new Frieza Force Elite. So when the time comes, I'm gonna send out a mass email like, "Be here at this time. It's going down, bro."
Okay. We'll see.
You want to give a little shameless plug for your YouTube channel real quick?
All you gotta do is YouTube Lord Frieza. I'm gonna come up.
There you go. Yes, go ahead.
How upset would you be if Cooler obtained a gold form or something stronger?
How upset would I be if Cooler got a golden form? Well,
what's stronger?
A stronger form.
Yeah.
Well, if he got a gold form, I'd be very happy for him, and then I'd coach him through it, and then I'd tell him, "Don't forget who taught you that. Put respect on my name." And but other than that, if he got a stronger form than I did, I would be pretty upset. But see, I don't think he would come and try to kill me. I think he'd recruit me to go and fight the monkeys once he found out I had obtained my golden form and he obtained a stronger form. He would probably come to me and be like, "Brother, we can do this together," and then rule the universe together. And I'd be like, "All right, cool." And I'd take that opportunity and then backstab him at the first opportunity when I got an even better form. See, that's how my brother and I get along. You know, we fight, we punch each other, dinner at Thanksgiving and Christmas is awkward. But then, you know, we go and see a movie together and high-five and eat popcorn. Like, it's like any set of brothers, man. We punch each other and hang out.
We throw down.
We throw down hardcore parkour, man. All right, now, the three over there on the right side of the room, have any of you guys got any questions? You all know who you are. I can see you looking around. You can't hide behind the picture, girl. I can see you. I do like your dress, though. It's pretty. All the girls here are in such nice dresses.
Show Frieza your dress. Oh yeah, stand up there. Go ahead, pose, girl. Pose.
Damn! Hey, listen. At Real Lord Frieza, you go ahead and slide in my DMs.
Question? You must have some question. Well, Frieza, then on that note, I think we could probably vote and see who got the best question.
I have every single question here. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and read them off to you, all right?
All right, first, before you do that, I'm gonna go ahead and this will be for the first question.
All right.
By Night and Day Anime Studios, King of Kings, Frieza and his final
Absolutely,
form.
Man. Oh, man, that's a really nice picture.
Yeah, make sure to look us up on Instagram, Night and Day Anime Studios. And
Absolutely.
All right, go ahead. What's your who do you think is the best question out of everything else here?
All right, so the questions we have the first Goku fight and why the 5 minutes was so long. How I like my character design. Could I beat Superman? Yes. Am I going to try to find a new Namek in the Dragon Balls? Who do I want to kill the most? Who would I like to kill outside the Dragon Ball fandom? People that compare me to the Joker. If I had to pick a partner from any anime, what did I do to get so strong and handsome, by the way? How are things with Cooler? What do I think of his Getty Star form? Why did I destroy the Saiyans for Beerus? Why did Beerus become a god of destruction? Why didn't I push Beerus out of bed? Who's crazier, Joker or me? Do I have plans for little Freezypops with whoever I might in the future? Out of all the villains, who do I get along with the most? Who will be my DBZ in Super Suicide Squad? Who do I think is more devious, me or Trump? My thoughts on Frost? Is there any chance Goku and I will become friends? Hell no. How mad would I be if Cooler got a stronger form? Okay, real quick. You were the one that came up with the DBZ Super Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah, that was me.
So we should probably exclude that, right?
Yes, exclude that.
Okay, because that was about to get one. All right, let me see here. So the first one that I'm going to go with for a winner is, and whoever's question it was, please just raise your hand and he'll give you the photo. Let's see here.
You want to put on the Jeopardy music on?
Yes, go and do that.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Damn it! I was very entertained. All right, here. The first one that I'm going to pick is. These are difficult because there's a lot of questions here. Okay, why didn't I push Beerus out of bed?
There you go. And what's your next one?
Congratulations. My next one after that is, damn, that's a nice picture, man. Damn. Hold on, bring that closer. Look at my smile. Look at me. Look at my smile. Why is Goku looking at me like he got a stink eye, bro? Goku's looking at me like he farted and I know it was him. All right, so let's see here. That's a really nice picture there. That reminds me of a moment when I did a video with SSJ Carter, and we were doing a Vegeta and Frieza, Would You Rather? And whenever I looked at the picture down at the bottom, I was like, yo, this guy looks like he just smelled somebody's fart, and he was like, yeah, man. Like, and he's just like, I know it was him. When Carter said that, I think I died. I died again. It was hilarious. All right, let's see here. The second one that I want to go with. Well, because there's a couple good ones. Can I have a moment? Can I have a moment here?
All right.
I don't want to run because this is a really good picture. I want to be fair about this. Let's see here. Give me Jeopardy music. There we go. Da. Okay, I gotta think about a question here. Let's see here. All right, I've got it. I don't have it. I'm lying. I'm stalling for time, but I've got it. All right. Okay. If I had to pick a partner from any anime, who was it?
There you go.
Hey, there you go. Congratulations.
You can meet me at the Night and Day Anime Studio table in the tent. I'll gladly sign it for you. If not, my partner Jay Scribble could sign it for me if you can't find me. But look for me somewhere around the anime. I'm usually somewhere with my head cut off. Don't mind me, blood squirting out of my neck. There you go. Excellent. Yes, Lord Frieza, thanks you once again for coming out here to Emcon 7 Anime Fest at the East Meadow Public Library. This is our 7th year, and this is your 2nd time here. I hope we're going to have a 3rd time with you again, but you're going to be here again tomorrow.
Absolutely, tomorrow as well.
At 3 o'clock, I believe. Am I correct on that?
3 p.m. sounds good to me. I can be here for that.
Excellent. So we're going to see you there. You want to give another plug with your YouTube channel?
Literally, just YouTube Lord Frieza. You'll see me. I have about almost 89,000 subscribers. All you have to do is just click my sexy golden face. Subscribe, join the Frieza Force Elite, and when I call on you, go to battle and die for me.
Got it. All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lord Frieza, once again. Let's give him a hand.
Hey, thank you very much for having me. It's been a blast. Let's bow to your lordship, all of you. Good job. There you go. You guys are worthy. Swing. Exactly.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Yes. That was Emcon Day 1 at New York, and it was a blast. I had a very good time. I want to thank all of you for watching this panel that I did in this live Q&A. If you're new, make sure to leave this video a like and subscribe to the channel because I do new videos all the time, every single week. And if you're not new, I think you already know you should be smashing that like button. Click my sexy golden face at the top left of the screen to subscribe to the channel. At the top right is my most recent Let's Play, and at the bottom right is my most recent reaction video. And as always, I'll see you in my next video.